Hello and welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. So, last time we basically did everything in this area that we could do in the overworld apart from talking to Suture. So that's what we're going to do this time, and we're going to figure out what's happening with that. Also, there's a very tiny amount of loot right up here in the corner. I don't entirely know how... Wait, do we just walk there? Yeah, there's maybe some loot here that we can just walk to. Yeah, anyway, we'll figure that one out as well. But I think that's the only bit of loot that we're missing on the map. I did go, however, and get all of our spells recharged and got ourselves healed up. I hadn't actually noticed it before, but it uses your party members to heal. And then I think all it does is refresh your skill slots. So that implies that if none of your party members have any healing spells of any type left, it can't heal you. Which is a very interesting thought, or at least it can't heal you until you use it twice. Like, until you've got your skill slots back, and then do it again. So there is actually, in theory, a way that you can not heal with the Hand of the Inheritor. Now, obviously in practice that's never going to happen, and because, well, you're probably not going to take two healers with you. You're going to go back to base, and if you're back in base you can heal, and then you're not, like, you're probably not going to... you know, use all of your healing spells, but still, it's interesting. Right, anyway, aside from that little meta thing, let's go and have a look at what's happening over here. I'm going to try and grab this first, though. Never mind, cutscene. Abharb, Faraka, Master Sarkoris is delighted to behold Lady Hepsamira and Lady Shamira. It's a great honor for him. How may I assist you? So that's Sarkoris, I think it is. Hepsamira is looking to buy some slaves, the best slaves. It's for an important job. Vark Tabur Glek. Allow me to present this fine specimen, an extraordinary, belligerent, destructive, and vicious slave. He killed 7 hunters before his capture. Shut your mouth, meatball. Your breath stinks. I don't need gladiators or bodyguards. I'm looking for a pack of strong demons, ones who are not very bright and can obey orders. Okay. We're kind of jumping in terms of length of dialogue here. In that case, perhaps my lady would be interested in this batch of creatures recently captured in the lower city. They are all strong and quite stupid. And next line. Hepsamira. What do you want for these puny creatures? They're small fry, fit only to be cannon fodder for the Crusaders. I would suggest she's going to stick Narindian crystals into them. That's what she's going to do. They seem fine to me. Finish the preparations and send them to the harem of ardent dreams. Be quick about it. Was there just a small dialogue bit there? Or voice line? How weird. Oh. Okay, so that was all that we had here. That's fine. Well, we might as well grab this book. On the nature of the divine. Oh, how unique to read such a unknown book. Which we have 12 copies of so far. Right, so what's his name? Sarzazkis. Sarzazkis. Okay, cool. It was just difficult to catch it in the moment there. A demon who looks like a ball of lumpy, melting flesh hovers in the air. He clenches a whip in his hand. The demon emanates an aura of confidence and authority. He snorts sternly at the skinny tiefling standing nearby, whose eyes are skillfully sewn shut with black silk thread studded with diamond chips. The demon mutters something incomprehensible to. The tiefling speaks to you in a soft voice devoid of emotion. Master Sarzazkis welcomes you to the flesh markets, visitor from another plane. He noticed right away that you are a person of means. Though he himself has no interest in doing business with you, your presence benefits the flesh markets. So Master Sarzazkis is prepared to spare you some of his time. This slave will interpret his words for you, for he loathes speaking in any language except the one used in his homeworld. The suture's hideous face is marked with desperation. Overcoming his pride, he reaches out to you with his gnarled hand, beseeching your help with this humiliating gesture. The tiefling interprets another burst of snorting, this time addressed to Arushale. Master, Sarkoris is happy to see Lady Arushale again, and wishes her pleasant purchases at the flesh markets. He regrets immensely that he wasn't informed of Lady Arushale's visit in advance, otherwise he would have prepared a special lot exclusively for her. Master Sarkoris remembers Lady Arushale's preferences very well, and he would be happy to satisfy the wishes of such a discerning client. Arushale sounds calm, but you can see her hands have started to tremble. Please tell Master Sarkoris that I have no interest in his slaves anymore. I won't pay for them, neither in gold nor in other ways. Okay. Tell me that dretch. Sarkoris begins to snort, spraying saliva. He babbles quickly, which causes short, uncertain pauses in the slave's speech. This dretch, like the other demons in the shipment, is set aside for Lady Hepsamira. Without a doubt, this lazy waste of flesh, caught today in the lower city, will never prove to be a useful worker, but he still belongs to his new mistress. She is a very influential person, therefore, trying to deceive her would be disrespectful and dangerous, and Master Sarkoris would never commit such a foolish act. He resents your suggestion that he is capable of doing anything of the kind. Master Sarkoris is insulted and outraged. There are not many vices that can surpass the greed of demons, but pride is one of them. Imagine what tremendous power it has when the two are combined. As disgusting as it is for me to give this advice, listen to me. If this scoundrel feels insulted, offer him gold, not as part of the deal, but rather as compensation for the insult, and as recognition of his high status. Perhaps gold can compensate for the insult I've inflicted. The demon's grumbling abates slightly as a flicker of greed appears in his eyes. Master Sarkoris finds your idea very reasonable. He kindly agrees to the sum of 30,000 excuse me? Of 30,000 gold coins to atone for the insult you've inflicted. Taking into account your unfamiliarity with local customs, Master Sarkoris will not demand your hand or eye in recompense. For his part, Master Sarkoris considers it undesirable to keep this dretch in his stock, for he was the cause of your disagreement. As a gesture of reconciliation, he would like to immediately release him and drive him out so this unpleasant incident may be considered settled and forgotten. Ah, so we're paying 30,000 for the dretch. At least that's okay. For a second there I thought it was 30,000, then I'd have to pay for the dretch, and I was like, oh my lord, I don't have that much money anymore. Yeah, okay, let's leave all grievances and misunderstandings behind. The tiefling translates Sarkoris' satisfied snort, though it is wholly unnecessary. You understand its meaning perfectly well. Master Sarkoris congratulates you on a successful purchase, but I didn't purchase anything. The dretch approaches you, glancing cautiously around. He mumbles in a quiet voice so that only you can hear his words. I had no idea why Hepsamira needs slaves, but from what I've heard, they don't live long. Becoming her property is a death sentence, no doubt about it, meaning you saved me, so I guess I... The suture appears confused. It seems this miscreation is not accustomed to being shown mercy and simply doesn't know how to express his thanks. Well, I guess we're even now, given that in theory he saved us from Deskari, but then he may have also put us in Deskari's way, so is saving us from a danger that he himself created a problem? Or, like, is that good? Probably not. I think that probably evens out, so he probably owes us one. How were you captured? I've been wandering the lower city, searching for something. Never you mind what. I mean, that's not what I meant to say. It's a personal matter. Yeah, that's the right way to put it. Oh no, was he looking for Monago? No, he's Areelu's one. Never mind. He's Areelu's friend, not Monago's. He wouldn't be looking for her. We're fine. Yeah, let's not worry about it. So I was roaming around, chatting with all and sundry when the slave hunters appeared and started chasing us. Then they threw those who survived in a cage and brought us here. This is a typical occurrence in the Abyss, social dynamics it's called. The strong enslave the weak. What were you looking for? The Dretch throws a suspicious glance at you. Don't ask, it's none of your business. What will you do now? With a gloomy glance at you, the Suture gives a vague answer. I'll continue my search, I will. It won't be easy, but I'll prove to her that I'm smarter and wilier than she thinks. The Dretch's expression is determined, even severe. See ya. The Suture hesitates, nervously scratching the back of his neck. He repeatedly opens his mouth to say something, but nothing comes out. Finally, he starts to mumble incoherently. Just be careful, that's all. That's what I'm saying. With a martyr's sigh, the Suture turns around, relieved to lose himself once again in the Lucianira's warren of alleyways. I think we've just recruited an ally to our side. Yeah, we're getting quite a lot of allies here, actually. Alright. Let's have a chat. He doesn't seem to have any other slaves to buy, so we might be fine on the whole cost thing. Let's see. Why did Hepsimira and Shimira buy your slaves? Lady Hepsimira is extremely secretive. No one knows what she's up to, and no one wants to ask unnecessary questions because Lady Hepsimira has already proven she is quite powerful. Snooping round her business could be dangerous. When Lady Shimira brings Lady Hepsimira with her and says she needs stupid but strong slaves, Master Sarzaskis never asks questions and does not hold a grudge for the meatball nickname. Master Sarzaskis is very wise and shows restraint. One of the demon guards clearly grows interested in the conversation and unconsciously leans forward. Sarzaskis whips him across the muzzle with a lightning-fast blow. The demon's head explodes like a watermelon dropped from a great height. Okay. The interpreter comments on the execution with indifference. Master Sarzaskis would like to remind everyone that unnecessary curiosity can be harmful for servants, especially if it is curiosity regarding the master's business. Who are you, demon? The demon answers with a lengthy, barking tirade as the interpreter listens carefully to every grunt. Master Sarzaskis comes from a remote corner of the Abyss, extremely far from these parts. Practically no one in all Lucianira has heard of the magnificent place that is Master Sarzaskis' homeland. He would happily return there because that place is superior to all the other realms of the Abyss. However, Master Sarzaskis found himself fascinated with the concept of slavery. In his homeland, the idea of owning other sentient beings does not exist. The common practice there is to kill anyone who is not like you. Master Sarzaskis has spent a lot of time studying the sophisticated art of slaveholding and has become the most respected slave trader in the whole of Lucianira. Woljif can't take his eyes off the interpreter. Master Sarzaskis desires this, Master Sarzaskis wishes that. Even in the Abyss, tieflings are treated like poor relations, hey? And there I was hoping things would be different here, but it looks like our kin has it rough on every plane. Okay. Well, I'm just going to say I understand. We're not really here to make enemies, because we already have enough. The slave interprets his master's abrupt snort without words, giving you a short bow. I mean, our other option is to go on, a crusade killing all of the people in the flesh market, but that seems like that's just going to lead to bad things when we try and, say, hey, we're reasonable here, we want to talk, Anyway, are you Sarzaskis' slave? Addressing the tiefling. The demon bursts into indignant gurgling. Even without understanding a single word, you quickly conclude that he is displeased. Master Sarzaskis wishes you to cease your attempts to bypass him and communicate directly with his property. The provenance of his property is a matter of concern to Master Sarzaskis alone, no one else. I'd like to know more about the flesh markets. Master Sarzaskis finds your curiosity commendable. He is willing to outline the basic principles of the flesh market and its... The tiefling falls silent for a while, listening carefully to the demon's croaking. Then he finds the correct word. It's hierarchy. He is also willing to explain the intricacies of the highly respected occupation of slaver. It would take a lot of effort to find a place more disgusting than this one, even here in the Abyss. In the old days, my warriors and I broke many slave collars and led countless slaves out of the Abyss. What is this place? This place is called the Flesh Markets because here one can buy living and healthy flesh. Slaves for housekeeping, slaves for carnal pleasure, fighting slaves, sacrificial slaves, slaves of an edible nature. Every day hundreds of slaves are shipped here and hundreds of customers come to buy them. Where'd you get your slaves? The majority of the slaves are captives seized during raids of other planes. Master Sarkoris is happy to inform you that Golarion is one of our main supply channels. The Abyss itself supplies a fair share of slaves as well. Demons have no prejudice against enslaving their kind. Demonic slaves are more hard-wearing and last longer than slaves from most other planes. Who runs the flesh markets? Master Sarkoris has the honor of being the informal head of the flesh markets because he is the main supplier to the upper city. All the individuals who dare challenge Master Sarkoris' primacy renounced their false claims, became his slaves, and now proudly wear his personal insignia carved into their faces with cold iron. Oh. With a demanding crack of the whip, Sarkoris calls one of the demons standing nearby. The latter kneels hastily, obediently hides his eyes, and extends his hand palm up. Sarkoris seems satisfied with this display of obedience, so he lets the demon go by whipping him lightly over the shoulders, leaving a ruby-red welt on his skin. As you may have noticed, Master Sarkoris' authority here in the flesh markets is absolute. I see. I'd like to see your slaves. The tiefling's voice is emotionless and fails to convey the arrogant noises you hear in the demon's snorting. I'm afraid Master Sarkoris must reject your offer. All his slaves were caught to satisfy personal requests by the most esteemed upper city residents. Master Sarkoris is the most influential of the slavers, and he can't afford to waste his time on something as pointless as negotiating with a stranger. I have to go. Master won't keep you any longer. He wishes to state that you found this conversation very entertaining. He wishes you fruitful trading and good meat in your cages. Okay, and with that, we have been everywhere in this area. There was a lot to do, but we have now done it, and now it is time for us to return to base.
Follow me.
To regroup and figure out what to do next, essentially. So, we have about 1 million quests at this point. We've gone around and collected them, so we just need to do a little bit of a, like, where exactly are we and what do we need to do next? Let's start with you, because I did see something else when I came back to heal. Tell me honestly, what do you think of the one you call the Champion of Golarion? My trust in you is as strong as it was the day we first met, stronger even. Your deeds prove it is no coincidence that we have all placed our hopes in you. Cool, also heal me. I didn't need healed, but I thought I'd just do it anyway just to be sure. Right, back down here. Let's have a look at our journal. So, we have many ones here. Secure an audience with the city's rulers. Don't need to worry about this one, does not apply. We just don't care. I mean, we can go and speak to Hepsamira at the Harem of Ardent Dreams, but apart from that, we don't care. The art of making friends. Secure an audience at the Harem of Ardent Dreams. As I said, that's where we can go. That's fine. See, we've got to go to Nocticula, because then we can go one... Like, if we go to the Harem of Ardent Dreams, we can then speak to somebody who can then let us speak to Nocticula. Okay. Become famous and get Nocticula's attention. We've got to be the subject of every conversation, which means that we need to go to the Harem of Ardent Dreams, and you see where this is going. The Rapture of Rupture. Visit Valexia's mansion. We haven't been there yet, but it is in the upper city, so we need to go to the upper city for that one. Okay. Try to find out about the Spinner of Nightmares in the 10,000 Delights. Oh! You know what's very interesting here? This is the last chapter to complete the quest. This is not the last chapter to complete the quest. Now, the reason why that is extremely interesting is that, although it might be one of these ones that it fails because, like, maybe it's not the last chapter to complete, but actually you need to do something in this chapter to advance it. But anyway, but why it's very interesting is it might imply that we can come back to Elutionera in, like, chapter 5 if we want to. That's an interesting thought. Equilibrium of Chaos. We gotta get somebody to judge people. I think we're getting close to that one. Hepsimira can probably do it, or Shamira. Solve the riddles of the Nameless Ruins. Okay. We can't do that one. We can't go to Is. We have no idea where that is. Visit Willidus's mansion with Greybor. Upper City. Arrange a meeting with Nocticula for Ember. Again, we don't even have an audience with Nocticula, so, like, what are we going to do with that? What is your heart's desire? Talk to the madam of the 10,000 Delights brothel for Camellia. That seems possible. That would also mean that we can do Trace of Shadows at the same time. So Camellia, top of our list for taking with us somewhere. Bad Blood. Find Savamelik's lair. Okay. We don't know where that is, but we could take Wenduog and Lan with us and just walk around, I guess. I mean, that one's just I have no idea. And then visit Demalchio's mansion for Arushale. Now, this is likely in the upper city as well as are all the mansions. And then these three are the storyteller stuff. Okay, so we need to take Camellia to go see the... yeah, we need to take Camellia to go see the brothel. Working out where I want to go here. Yep, got it. I want to go for... Where's Camellia? Camellia? Darren. I think he's going to be a fun character to have there. Go Nenio, because I want to use a dimension door. And we'll go Arushale. I also think Arushale is going to be fun to have there. So we need to buff Camellia, but apart from that, we're fine. Cool. Flesh markets. Let's go. Just doing a little working it out. Right. So, next step, we're going to buff. And then we're going to go Dimension Door up to that treasure, if we even need to use Dimension Door. And then we're going to go to the brothel and figure out what's happening. We can also look at the Obsidian Mask if we want to. I don't really know why, but we can. Oh, there's loot here. Oh, we should grab it anyway. Cool. March on. Right. Oh, let's start with some of this. So, Bless. Freedom of movement. Shield of Faith. Full Strength. Wisdom. All of these. There are quite a few of them. There we go. Then all of these. There we go. One more. One of those. She also uses a shield. One of those. Cool.
Please, allow me.
You need to reapply your buffs because they don't last very long. There we go. One of those. One of those. We turn that one on. True Seeing for Camellia. A Heroism for Camellia. Remove Fear. Protection from arrows. Are we done? I think that's everything, right? I think that's everything. Yeah, so Camellia is fairly buffed up now. Wait, does she have Greater Enduring? She does. Oh. Barkskin? Her spells are all kinds of messed up. Let's not even worry about it. Eagle Splendor. One of those. That's round. That's round. She already... Wait, no, she doesn't already have this one on. Long Strider and Feather Step. Oh, she does already have Feather Step on. Although she could have a longer lasting Feather Step, so why not? Oh, I should have also just used Delay Poison Communal on her. She's actually filling the same role as initially, almost 1-to-1. Maybe we should have brought Lan with us. Anyway. Do you have anything else? Oh, you have Ice Body as well now. Yeah. That seems good. The rest of that should be fine. I think. We need to look at her bars and fix it. We need to kind of do it with everyone. Given that we can kind of jump in and out of areas with everybody, I might do that off camera. There's actually going to be a break in videos coming up after this video for at least a couple of days because I'm moving. So I might do some of that while I don't have an internet connection up and running. So that could work. Anyway, why am I heading here even though it's not the right place to go? I don't know, because, like, really, that's just stupid. Yeah, this is the way to 10,000 Delights, but I also thought it was the way to the loot, which was what I was going to say, but I'm actually just being stupid. The loot is over here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, what's this? Oh. Into the Grim Mansion? Oh, this seems interesting. I did quick save, didn't I? Let's quick save again. Grab the loot.
I tire of waiting.
Let me just check. Yeah, that wasn't active.
What's that?
I think it's a trap. Wait, yeah, stop. Turn off hold.
I'm prepared.
We also don't have all of our trickery stuff with us, as I just remembered. That's okay. Continue stealthing in here. Disable the trap.
I'm glad I was useful to you.
There we go. Grab stuff. Pick the lock. Ooh, what do we get? Cloak of Resistance 5. Never mind. Otherwise known as probably not that good. What's it give us again? +5 resistance bonus to saving throws. Okay, yeah, probably not that good. Right, head out of here. So now we've got all the loot at least. Are they new? No. I don't think they are. I think we just hadn't noticed them before. Through the portal. Quick save. And then
follow me.
We can go directly into the 10,000 Delights. Let's go. You see a massive, beautifully decorated door. It appears impregnable. At eye level, an elegant inscription reads, 10,000 Delights. In smaller letters, another inscription reads, a gift from Velexia the Wonderful to Shivaro the Beautiful. Try to open the door. Actually, examine the door and figure out the best way to open it. The door looks rock solid and sturdy, but anything can be broken. The deceptively simple lock is likely enchanted, and it would have been reckless of those who put the door here not to protect it with magic. You're probably wondering how to pick my lock. Well, don't bother, many have tried before you, but go on, I could do with a laugh. And we'll just succeed, but, yeah, let's just pick the lock. Hey, get away from me. What are you doing there? Ooh, you pervert. That's disgusting. The door finds your poking around inside the lock extremely unpleasant, even painful. Finally, the lock clicks and the door says in a hurt voice, you filthy beast. Okay. Well, let's go in. Oh. Hello, everybody. Ooh, we got a portal here as well. Okay. So we can potentially teleport back here. Shivaro has broken the rules of the Abyss.
March on.
Ooh. Hello. I was expecting a cutscene. Never mind. I'll grab that.
Onwards.
I will also grab this. And then I'll grab this. Marmonux's challenge. Okay, we'll have that. Okay.
Let us be off.
I don't really know. I guess we'll just say hello. An attractive Lolitu in a simple but revealing dress greets you with a warm smile. Her eyeless face is serene. A new guest. We're always happy to welcome guests into the 10,000 Delights. I'm Shivaro, ruler of this palace of pleasure. The only taboos here are brawling, moderation, and talking politics. Aside from that, anything goes. As my guest, you can expect to receive gentle caresses, or if you prefer, wild and untamed ones. I have servants of every type to suit every taste. Any of them can be yours for a night, or forever if your pockets are deep enough. What are your preferences? Never mind, I'll find out for myself. The Lolitu tilts her head to one side as if studying you with her non-existent eyes. It feels as if someone is touching your mind. Prying fingers are attempting to extract a recent memory, but not very successfully. The wall of the hardened mind of an Aeon protects your consciousness from any encroachments. There is mild confusion in the demon's voice. You have an iron will. Few can push me out of their mind with such ease. I saw almost nothing. I'm almost offended. I do, however, respect the power of others. Let your secrets remain yours alone. Don't you dare pry into my mind ever again. The Lolitu answers defiantly. Or else what? You'll hit me? You can try. But you are my guest here. You don't call the shots. I do. I'm looking for the Spinner of Nightmares. Do you know her? Yes. She lived here for a long time. She owned several rooms. The Den of Sweet Horror, she called them. You can easily find them. Just look for a bunch of crazy, drugged-up cultists. Those degenerates were the Spinner's entourage. When she left the 10,000 Delights, she left them here so we could entertain ourselves with them. I can see the luminescence of your soul. You have violated the laws of the Abyss. Confess. I have no idea what you're talking about, Golarion. You're saying I violated some law? That was never my intent. Then again, we still have a chance to get to know each other better. Once you know more about me, you can decide whether I deserve to be punished. The Lolitu smiles seductively, but it looks a little forced. I have a few questions for you. Are you interested in me or my establishment? I want to know more about this place. Some are foolish enough to call this place a brothel, but it's a facile misrepresentation. The 10,000 Delights is a pleasure palace for every taste. You find everything that brings pleasure here. Wine, sex, music, good company. Violence, gossip, stories, drugs. Every kind of drug. Herbal, alchemical, even telepathic. And many things that seem incomprehensible to us, but they're very popular on other planes. You're seeing but a small part of the 10,000 Delights. Behind these inconspicuous doors lie entire streets, houses, and rooms, a veritable labyrinth of pleasure. No one knows how large this place really is. Anyone who attempts to measure it returns weeks later exhausted and happy, and somehow changed from when they left. After all, no matter who you are, no matter what your predilections, in the 10,000 Delights you will find the room where you will be fully satisfied. Allow me to paraphrase. Elutionera is a mousetrap, and we have finally found the cheese. Darren smiles wryly. It looks like a delightful place, but it feels like a leper colony. Somehow I can detect no happiness in the eyes of its denizens. I see a pack of predators and their future victims. And even the predators do not experience true joy, but instead only reveal their vileness and depravity. I wish I could see what this fiend would say if she met Arshia, the luminous lord of freedom, beauty, and sincere physical intimacy. The Abyss offers a distorted reflection of everything we value in the upper planes, even physical attraction, beauty, and love. I see. The Lolitu bites her lip seductively. Trust me, of all the places to visit in Elutionera, this should be the top of your list. You're a skilled mind reader. The Lolitu gives you a smug smile. It is my calling to read others' thoughts and motives, plant ideas in their minds, tempt and guide them. But yes, you are correct, I am unusually skilled even by the standards of my kind. With a playful bow of her head, the Lolitu smiles. Have you heard that old saying, why don't Lilitos have eyes? Because eyes are the windows to the soul, and no one can gaze into the soul of a Lilito. Tell me your story. The demoness answers with melodious laughter. I have secrets I would rather not reveal, and without them my story would be as insipid as sex without violence. After a moment's hesitation, Lilito adds with a smile. I was once wild and dangerous. I manipulated others to destroy them, not subdue them. But then I met someone. That meeting changed everything. It sparked my hunger. I wanted to stand for something. I wanted to rise above the crowd, to become important, influential. It turned out that not only can I create bloody chaos, but I can tame wild whirlwinds of chaos, shape and direct them, and none of that would have happened but for that chance encounter. I understand everything. Well, I'm leaving. Wait, honey, you leaving without trying any of the pleasures we have to offer? Take a look around. Wouldn't you like to give yourself into our tender, passionate hands? To taste sweet oblivion as days and years merge into an endless, shimmering tapestry of pleasure. The first taste is on the house. I can see you're intrigued, but slow down. We need to be friends first. With a sensual laugh, the Lilito playfully wags her finger at you. Do this one tiny thing for me and we'll be best friends. A brazen gang of demons keeps harassing my girls, attacking them on the streets and dragging them back to their lair in the lower city. A foul den called the Rotten Guttery. I think I've already been there, haven't I? Anyway, spill their blood, rescue my girls, and come back here for your reward. The words of this fiend sound sweet, but what lurks behind them? Lust? A desire to use you? Something even more insidious. I sense danger here, like the reek of decay near a crypt, faint but clear. Beware this trap, champion. You won't let my girls die in the clutches of those monsters, will you? The demoness smiles, enticingly. You are so confident and have such potential. I think you and I will enjoy being friends. I'm leaving. Okay, cool. What I think we're going to do is we're going to quick save here. I'm going to end the episode a little bit early, but we're set up next time to start with doing new stuff, and I'll see you in a couple of days when that happens. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.